Parang kakaiba, no? Some places stays with you longer than you expect. When we first went to Angono, it felt like just another trip. Yung parang, dapat lang tayo pumunta.
Oo nga eh, pero when we look back at it, it feels different. Yung parang may naiwan tayo doon.
Or siguro, we brought something back.
Actually, I do not remember every conversation from that day. Pero, alam mo yun, naalala ko kung gaano yung kaganda yung pakiramdam nung nandoon tayo.
Yeah, speaking of pakiramdam, but that pakiramdam did not feel that big or dramatic, but nanatili lang sa atin. It stayed with us.
There are places you visit, and there are also places that stays with you after. Angono was one of those places.
It was not loud. It did not try to impress anyone. But it made you feel something quietly.
We did not even notice it at first, but we slowed down, like the place was asking us to.
The Angono petroglyphs are believed to be among the oldest known artworks in the Philippines.
No canvas held them, no frame enclosed them, no glass protected them, only rock, only time, and somehow they survived both.
At first, the carvings seemed simple. Small figures, faded lines, marks worn down by centuries.
Kaya lang, ano naman sa atin ngayon ang kinalaman nito? Sa kabila ng kasimplihan, sa kabila ng ganda, sa kabila ng pagiging kakaiba nito, ano ang kaugnayan nito sa atin bilang tao?
Napaka-simple, ngunit napakayaman.
Do you ever think about why they made those?
Maybe memory, or fear of being forgotten.
Or maybe they were saying something they did not have words for yet.
Maybe it was not about art the way we think of it now. Maybe it was about holding on to something before time took it away.
That is probably where it starts. Not with meaning first, but with the need to leave something behind. The petroglyphs never explained themselves to us.
Because some of the deepest things people feel can never be fully explained.
Art preserves memory. Even when people disappear, something of them can remain behind.
And standing there, it became impossible not to think about how fragile life is, how easily people vanish, and yet we still try to leave pieces of ourselves behind.
The Angono petroglyphs are not grand monuments. They do not overwhelm you with size or spectacle. They move quietly, like memory does.
They remind us that long before museums existed, human beings were already searching for ways to make their lives visible.
They were hidden in stone for centuries, protected by the mountain and protected by time. Now, all we have are fragments. But maybe, fragments are more than enough.
Because even incomplete memories can still move people. Even broken traces can still remind us that someone once laughed, feared, hoped, loved, and lived.
By the time we were about to leave, it no longer felt like we had simply visited an archaeological site.
It felt like we had encountered humanity itself in one of its earliest attempts to survive forgetting.
Art as memory.
Art as longing.
Art as proof that someone once stood beneath the same sky we stand under now.
And maybe that is why places like this hurt a little when you leave them. Because somewhere deep inside, you know you may never return again. And even if we never return there again, a part of us remained with the carvings. Iba talaga yung Pinto, no? Kaysa sa Anggo, no? It felt different. Like everything was already arranged and seen in a certain way.
Yeah. Nothing there was random. You know, parang yung mismong space, the space felt like it was telling you where to look.
And it was like the walls had already instructions.
It also felt like everything was asking us something. Di ba? Like it was not just showing art. It was placing us in front of it.
But somehow, we followed it without thinking. Right?
That's true. That's true.
Pinto did not feel like discovering art. It felt like entering a space where everything had already been decided for us.
What you saw was never separate from how you were meant to see it.
A museum does not just show art, it organizes what becomes visible.
It decides what gets attention and what quietly stays in the background.
Even when we think we are choosing what to look at, we are already being guided.
Do you think that, you know, there were just some pieces that hold your attention?
Kung ano, even if you were not planning to stop,
And yung iba naman, you just walk and pass by na hindi mo naman siya napapansin eh.
But they were still part of the same space.
So maybe nothing here was invisible. We were just directed.
at Pinto, everything felt intentional. Not just the art, but the way we moved through it.
It was quiet, but not empty. It felt constructed.
Even silence there felt like part of the design.
A museum does not show everything. It selects.
And selection is never neutral.
It decides what becomes meaningful and what becomes background.
I agree. It seems like a simple building, and yet I am drawn to it.
weird. Because you do not notice it at first. Oo nga, parang you're just looking at something.
But, you know, it's... Later you realize that ikaw yung nilalagay dun eh. You were being placed in front of it.
Not all art reflects reality.
Some of it escapes it. Some of it imagines what is not there yet.
Or what cannot be fully said.
It becomes a space where reality can stretch.
From stone to curated walls.
From memory to interpretation.
From something left behind to something arranged.
But the need stays the same.
We still try to make meaning visible.
The medium changes, but the desire does not.
Maybe art survives because we cannot bear to disappear without being seen.
Lunch na, tara!
Late ka na naman. Nandito ka na naman.
Ano tapos?
Magaling.
Tara na nga!
Ano, tara?
Na nga!
Try na.
Late ka na naman eh!
Ano, tara?
Tara! Tara, tara!